If you're a parent and you're already stressed out about the cost of vacations going up in 2026, you're not being dramatic. Okay, but seriously, can we talk about it? Everything is more expensive now. Kids are getting older, and somehow we're still expected to make core memories without maxing out a credit card. So today, I'm walking you through exactly how I plan affordable family vacations. Now, we're not talking Pinterest-worthy trips, but trips that we can actually afford and enjoy. Before we get started, hey y'all, hey, I'm Kay, mom of two, family travel creator, and your new bestie for planning stress-free family vacations. As always, timestamps will be listed below, so let's get started. So this is the system that I'm using for 2026, and it is the main reason that we are still traveling without feeling financially wrecked. All right, so I don't believe in just book it and worry about everything else later. That is stressful and very expensive. I believe in planning on purpose, spending intentionally, and choosing trips that work for the season that you're currently in. So let's get into how I'm planning our 2026 family vacations step by step. So, the biggest mistake that I see families making is waiting until they need a vacation to start planning one. And by that time, you're usually burnt out. Everything is expensive, sold out, or rather inconvenient. So, for 2026, I'm planning a full year ahead. But hear me out, it's not intense. So, once a year, I sit down and decide how many trips we're realistically taking, roughly when they'll happen, and what kind of trips they are. No dates, no hotels, just the big picture. One of our first trips that we have coming up this year for 2026 is actually Great Wolf Lodge. I intended on it being somewhere between the end of January and beginning to mid-February. So roughly when they'll happen. Now, we don't do multiple huge expensive trips every year. That is the fastest way to hate traveling with your kids. So instead, I plan one big trip, one mid-range trip, and a few small weekend getaways. And mentally, I treat the small trips just as important as the big ones because kids don't remember the price tags, they remember the experience. To do this, start off with your bigger trips and plan the smaller ones going around it. For us, that's going to be the trips like Mariah's birthday and Josiah's birthday being the two bigger trips that we have. And things like our weekend getaway to Great Wolf Lodge, our weekend getaway to Virginia Beach are going to be the smaller weekend trips around it. Another way that I save money is by not chasing whatever destination is trending on social media. I look for places where lodging is affordable, attractions are bundled, and there's a lot to do for free, or at least almost free. Next to nothing. That's why theme parks and resorts with built-in entertainment and, of course, drivable destinations are always in our rotation. So you get more experiences without constantly opening up your wallet. Now, this is where most families tend to mess up. They fall in love with the hotel or the resort or the idea of it and then try to make the budget work. I do the opposite, and as hard as it may be, you gotta stick to it. So before I decide on anything, I decide how much we're spending total, how much goes into lodging, how much goes to food, and how much is for experiences. That way, nothing sneaks up on us later. So one thing that we're doing this year is in 2026, I'm actually choosing fewer locations and staying put longer. Constantly moving costs more. More transportation, more meals out, more stress. Slower travel means fewer transfers, more rest days, and honestly, happier kids. And when the kids are happier, the trip feels cheaper because you're not trying to fix problems with money. Now, this part is huge. I don't plan trips around who I wish we were. I plan around who we actually are. Nap needs, snack breaks, downtime, meltdowns. When you plan realistically, you don't overspend trying to save a bad day. And that alone saves you hundreds. Over the next few trips, I'm actually putting this planning system to the test. I mentioned before we have a Great Wolf Lodge trip coming up. And I'll be sharing exactly how I fit this into our budget, what felt worth it, and what I wouldn't pay for again. And of course, I'm filming everything, what it cost, what works, and what I do differently. So if affordable family traveling is something that you care about, make sure that you're subscribed because this is just the beginning. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell me in the comments where you're hoping to travel in 2026. And make sure you watch this video next because I teach you exactly how to plan a family road trip with kids. Until next time, love you, bye.